Today, we're diving into the art of negotiation. Whether you're buying or selling a business, knowing how to negotiate can make the experience less stressful and more successful. Let's jump right in. We've talked before about how to analyze the business and make the initial offer. Once you've done that, you're in the negotiation phase. If you've ever bought a car or a house, it's kind of the same idea. You start with an offer, you probably will get a counteroffer, and then there'll be some back and forth until the buyer and the seller agree. The negotiation phase is a ping-pong match of offers and counteroffers until both parties are happy. Hi, I'm Trent Lee. I've sold over 500 businesses, and in the last 5 years, I've been named the #1 business broker in the country every single year for 5 years in a row for the most closed transactions per year. And I make these videos so that one day, when you're ready to buy or sell a business, you reach out to me so I can help you. Tip number 1, use a business broker. That's me. As a business broker, I can tell you firsthand, we can be super helpful in the negotiation. Direct talks between a buyer and seller can get emotional, and you don't want to have hurt feelings to mess up a good transaction. The key takeaway here is a business broker can keep things smooth and serve as a go-between so that emotions don't ruin the deal. Tip number 2, cash is king. If you can buy in cash, you've got a stronger hand in play in negotiations. But even if you need some financing, you still have room to talk. The key takeaway on this point is the more cash you bring, the more leverage you have. If you don't have cash, then the next best thing to do is get pre-qualified with the SBA before you talk with a business broker or submit offers. Tip number 3, is it an asset liquidation sale or is it a going concern business? If it's not a fire sale, don't expect rock bottom prices. If it is, you're mostly paying for the stuff in the business, like the fixtures, furniture, and inventory. The takeaway here is the type of sale impacts how much wiggle room you've got on the price. If it's an asset liquidation sale, don't expect financials. You're just paying for the furniture, fixtures, and equipment. If it's a going concern business, then you'll want to review the financials and expect to pay a reasonable multiple of adjusted earnings. You can't have it both ways. Either you're buying the assets at asset value without financials at a rock bottom price, or you're paying for an ongoing business at a fair price. Tip number 4, use the broker's experience. Brokers like me have seen this movie before. Ask for our thoughts at each stage. You don't have to take our advice, but it might help you out. The key takeaway here and the advantage of your broker is they know how, and they've done this so many times, so it can be a help every step of the way to get you through the process successfully. Tip number 5, respect goes a long way. You're going to be working together during the transition with the buyer or the seller, depending on which side you're out. So no matter how many crazy demands like take this offer in the next 60 seconds or else go back and forth, don't get out of hand with unreasonable demands or disrespectful. Be respectful. It makes everything so much easier. Tip number 6, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't lose a good deal over tiny details. It's like ignoring a treasure chest because you don't like the lock. The takeaway on this one is look at the big picture and not the small stuff. I have one transaction right now where it's $1 million transaction and the seller is so tripped up on $15,000 that he's not getting his way on that he's missing the entire big picture of the $1 million transaction that we could be closing any day. He's tripping over pennies to save dimes, as you hear. I think that saying is, you trip over pennies at the expense of dimes. Don't sweat the small stuff. If you're thinking about buying or selling a business, check out some of my other videos on this channel to help you through that process. Take care.